Hey, what's up YouTubers and Warframe community, back again with another video, and this one is on the recent update 14.5 and the humongous amount of weapons and material that they gave us with update 14.5. Quite a bit to go over, but let's start off with, first and foremost, one of my favorites, the Cronen. Now, this weapon here, as it reads, the Cronen resurrects a lethal fighting style once thought lost to the ages. I think this weapon is pretty good. I actually like playing with this weapon. As you can see, it has an impact of 6.5, which I am surprised, because just look at the design, it looks like all slash ability. It has a puncture of 6.5, but it has a slash of 52, and it has a spin attack of 390, which is great. And a leap attack is okay, the wall attack is decent, 260. And attack speed 1.1, critical chance 5% with a 1.5 multiplier, but the status is 20%, which I like. However, with this weapon, when playing with this weapon, you have to get up and close and personal. It's similar to a fist weapon. In fist weapons, you have to get right in the face of the enemies, which can be difficult because you're steady swinging and swinging and swinging, and you may not hit because you're thinking you have a sword, which you don't. So that's the only thing I would say that's not good about this weapon, the up close and personal. However, I really enjoy playing with this weapon, and as well as the mod stance that goes along with it. Now, for the Glaxoon, I like this weapon. I simply like this weapon because it allows you to fire a photon beam that halts molecular vibrations, which sounds pretty awesome, causing instant and painful freezing. Keyword freezing. Code 6.3, accuracy 12.5, fire rate 40, critical chance 1.1%. Who cares about that, right? It's a freeze weapon. Critical multiplier 2.0. The status 15%. It's not bad, with a magazine size of 300 and a reload of 1.5. But here's the thing. What I like about this weapon so much is the fact that you can freeze the enemies, and after you freeze them, guess what? You bring out the old Cronen and slice them and dice them and turn them to ice cubes. I like it. I mean, I really like the weapon. So this weapon here was definitely fun to play with, and I'm looking forward to playing with it and having even more fun. Go check out one of my videos that I did on this weapon, and I definitely had fun making the video, but I also had fun using this weapon. And the new core. I like this weapon also. I like it because it's radiation based, and it literally melts. It melts Grenier down. It even melts Infested. It melts even Corpus. It melts whatever it wants to melt. And as it reads, creates and focuses a high frequency field of microwaves. That is awesome. I like how they described it. Literally cooking the target from within, and it does. It's just like really hilarious. Like, wow, they've come up with an awesome weapon, and not only an awesome weapon, but look at the design on it. The design looks alienish. It looks infested, but it actually projects out a microwave, a high frequency, which fries it, which gives off radiation. Well, anyway, accuracy 100, fire rate 5.0, critical chance 1%, critical multiplier 4.0. That's quite a bit to start off with a critical multiplier. The status seconds 20%. That's not bad either. Magazine 50. I like this weapon. I enjoy playing with this weapon. I even enjoyed making a video for this weapon. As you can see, they also added a new Denim, similar to one that we already have. This one is okay. I like it. It's not the best one in my opinion, but I like it, and they gave it to us, something to consider to put on your Warframe. Also, here we have it, the Warframe customization. I like this color palette, this Lotus. I really like this. I ended up using this for my Ember Prime recent video I just done using the Cronen, which is really awesome. The color palette, I like it, so it's pretty good. The Eczemas, I like this too. Once again, another Warframe customization color palette, which really gives your Warframe that extra glow look, and I really like that. So it gives you a chance to go in, make your Warframe just look awesome. You know, it's nothing like going in on a mission and you're dropped off with the ship and all of a sudden you see everyone with you, or you may just be by yourself, and you're like, wow, that looks really awesome, because it takes time and effort to put colorization or customization on your Warframe, especially when dealing with color. So I think that's awesome. Well, here's another one they added also, the basic gene masking kit. It's the Dalmatian gene masking kit, and so what it does is mask your Kubrow. I haven't gotten this yet. 100,000 credits. I'm still considering it. It provides basic masking options for Kubrow innate DNA structure, allowing coat color customization. So this is fine. I personally like that raw look of a Kubrow's. You know, that let me see what I'm gonna get if I mix this with this or mix that with that, and I sort of like that. So this here, I'm not saying that it takes away from the Kubrow, but it allows you to customize it, and it still gives you the option, which is awesome. Right here we have Dalmatian gene masking kit, and it does the same thing. And it can give your Kubrow the spots, the speckled look. This one here can give you that tiger stripe look. So it's all based on customization and what you want to see and how you want to play with your Warframe or your Kubrows. So pretty awesome update 14.5. I really enjoyed it. I want to take a quick look at some of the weapons real quick here. Let's take a look at the Glaxoon and see what they're giving us. Alright, no polarities. However, if I do an auto installation, this is what they give us. Hammer shot, which is going to go towards that crit damage and that status chance, which isn't too bad. But who cares about crit, right? Because this is not a crit weapon. Split chamber, which is really going to help you out quite a bit. It's going to split the load, which is going to help on your damage. Thermite round, 60% extra fire damage with a 60% status chance, which isn't too bad. I mean, who doesn't like status? As long as it's up there, right? 15%. Now we have 58.1. Rhyme rounds, 40% extra freeze damage with plus 40% status chance. That's giving us more status chance, which is already contribute, which I mentioned, and extra freeze. You need extra freeze, right? But here, what they decided to do is go with a blast, and we already have that cold damage. Now you see cold is at 0, and they give us a blast. I personally would not go with that. I'm not saying this doesn't work, but I believe I went with something more along the edges of this here, and I think I'm just messing around here. Let me see. Split chamber, serration, cryo rounds, 90% extra freeze damage, and heavy caliber, which I don't care about accuracy because all I want to do is freeze them anyway. Rifle ammunition, which is a rifle mutation. Excuse me, I said rifle ammunition, rifle mutation. Ammo drum, and fast hands. So this is what I was messing around with here. You don't have to go with this build. You can go with an auto installation or whatever build you decide to go with. But I definitely recommend you to go to warframe.com and go and check out some of the fan channels and some of the builds a lot of the fan channels put together. Pretty awesome builds. Real quick here, new core, no polarities. Let's do an auto installation. And they give us a Hornet Strike, 160% damage, which we definitely need. A Convulsion, which is going to add to our radiation. We need that. A Scorch, which is going to add to our radiation also, which is going to give us that extra fire damage and 60% status chance. Status is good. We're above 20%. That brings us up to 56.2%. Included with that is the Sure Shot. The concussion rounds, impact. Who needs impact? Because this weapon does not have any impact on it, so I would not use it. Ice Storm. This also is contributing to the element damage, which is going to give us 69.9. This is optional. Lethal Torrent, 50% fire rate, which is going to allow our fire rate to be quicker. Now, we definitely want that. It went from a 5.0 to a 7.5, and we have a 60% multi-shot and a 50% multi-shot, which is going to give us more damage. Alright, now, for the last one, the Cronen. No polarities. However, you're going to need the stance mods for this. You don't need it to play, but it's always good because it's going to give you more points. Now, Enduring Strike. Well, first let's check out the actual stance. The stance is Gemini Cross, which gives us 10 extra points. And let's take a quick look at some of the combos. You have Cold Vendetta, Baleful Sin, Vagrant Blight, Blind Tormentor, Feuding Blood, Ascendant Bane, Opposing Force, Cold Vendetta. This takes a little bit of practice. As you can see, I have mine set up with 5s, and you right click. So you gotta sort of get some practice underneath your belt, have some fun with it, and enjoy the weapon. We're going with a Shocking Touch. With the auto installation, Shocking Touch is going to add to the magnetic, the melee prowess. It's going to give us more status. The True Punishment is going to give us more critical chance, and that's debatable. And it's going to take away 45% of channeling efficiency. Also, the Endurance Strike, 45% status chance, is going to take away 30% channeling efficiency. So right there we have 75% already. Life Strike, it's going to give us 20% life steal, which is important. I like life steal, it's one of my favorite mods. But look at that, 140% channeling efficiency to the negative. Fury, it's going to give us more attack speed, which is awesome. It's not like being fast and quick with a melee weapon. Cold Touch is going to add to our magnetic. It gives us 6% extra freeze damage plus 6% status chance. Do we need status? We sure do. We started off with 20%. It gives us up to 35%. You can switch this around as much as possible. And like I said, also go to the Warframe.com channel and check out some of the channels that do some of the awesome builds that I myself even use. Here we go, Focus Energy, the last one, 40% channeling efficiency, which is going to add to the channeling. However, it doesn't matter because look, we have negative 140 here, we have negative 45 here, and we have negative 30 there. I don't use channeling a lot. I like to use my Warframe abilities for my energy. So for me, this works. But I'm not saying you have to go with this build. This is just an auto installation. And clicking here. Alright, well, that's enough. This video is long enough. I tell you what, guys. Update 14.5. Awesome update with quite a bit of changes. But not only changes, they gave us a ton of material to play with here in Warframe. Well, enough talking. This is the end of the video. This is Joshua Time. And as always, keep God first. And always remember, I'll see you in Warframe. Out.